ladies, the small ones are just as fun as the big ones. What's up, guys? Appreciate you tuning back in to Bearded Girl RC. I've been looking forward to this one. As you guys know in the title, you know what it is. I will say though, I've been looking forward to this release since they announced it at the NERSA show out in Vegas. I was really looking forward to this one because I like the SCX24s, but this little thing had my interest. And after watching all the review videos, I'm like, I gotta get one. And the local RC store just got them in today. So, like, the second they went live on their website, I bought one and then ran down there and grabbed it. So, it's finally here. Now, originally, I was only gonna go with the Jeep. I like the Jeep better. I'm not the biggest fan of the new Bronco. If you know me, you know that. I don't like the new Broncos. But I do like the blue and white wheels. Another thing is, I've seen a couple of reviews, people that got both of these, the Jeep and the Bronco, actually said the Jeep is a little bit more top heavy. But also, I figured for the price, I'm probably going to get the Jeep too. I'm probably going to grab the Jeep. Now, the other thing I'm kind of waiting to see is, I don't know if Proline's releasing something, or they messed up in the tags for Axial. Supposedly, there's a K10 coming. It was in Axial's information, and I think they got rid of it, and it was in Proline's information. I think they got rid of it. Which Proline is good at leaking stuff through their hashtags. Like, why you gotta watch their hashtags? They listed a K10 SCX30. I'm interested in that. It hasn't been leaked at all. It hasn't been released at all. Besides in the hashtags that Proline and Axial did. So, who knows what the future's bringing for these. But yeah, so I was like, I gotta have one. So I ran down and grabbed one. They have two colors. Obviously, they have the blue, and they got this gray one here on the box. I think the blue, everybody's been getting gray. I like the blue with the white wheels. And then, they don't show the Jeeps on here. There's a white Jeep and a green Jeep. So, I might grab one of the Jeeps when they come out, but they're not coming out for another month. And I think Axial was really, really odd with the release on these. They waited too long. A lot of the hype, like a lot of people are still looking forward to getting these, but I think a lot of the hype has gone down. Because they released them in the NERSA show, and it was like 2 months till this one got released. And then it's another month for the Jeep, which I don't really understand why the Jeep's taking longer to release than the Bronco, but they are. So, oddball with choice with that one, but hey, Axial, do your thing, I guess. They must have some type of vision. It doesn't weigh anything. It's so little. So in the box, of course, get your truck. And, of course, your normal manual, your warranty stuff. This has the instructions on pulling. So there's extra parts to do turn roof and stuff here. And it looks like a little bitty thing of stickers right there. And then, of course, down here, nothing left in the box. So then in this box will be the normal, an odd piece placement for tape. Alright then. And I'm dropping stuff. So, something about the servo saver. And your little charger that you get with all of them. Then you got your SLT2. If you've bought an Axial in the past year or two, you're getting used to these. I've got a couple of them. They're not bad controllers. They're really not bad little transmitters for what they are, for the price. They do what they need to do. They feel pretty good in the hand. Obviously, you'll want to upgrade at some point, probably. And it actually comes with some AA's. And then, use my monkey feet. So, it looks like we got some little blue parts, which I'm guessing go somewhere. Oh, I better see where they go. Thinking they're going to go on the back. It's a spare for the delete for the spare tire. Then we got a bunch of other parts in here. So we got some extra skid plates, which they made for if you do upgrade this thing to like a Furatech system or something. They got regular skid plates. I think that's the spare tire. Delete. I think there's some other parts if I remember right. Yeah, there's another body mount. And yeah, it looks like body mount stuff. So you could probably put like different bodies on this thing. I would guess like a Lexan body, because Proline has some Lexan bodies for this thing already. So that is all in that box. Show this back in here. Then your truck is held on. Oh, not even zip ties. Okay. Little wire ties. So let me get these off and then we'll come back. There it goes. And here it is. It's so little. It looks good. Axial did a great job on the scale of this. I mean, it's this small. And they've got molded door handles, molded mirrors, which are kind of flexible. Even got little reflective stickers on the mirrors. I mean, all hard molded parts, LEDs. And you know what's sad is, they got all this on this little truck. And some of their 10 scales don't even have molded door handles. So it's like, really? From now on, Axial, you better have molded door handles and mirrors and all that on any crawler you come out with if you do it on these little guys. So, take the body off. It's got 2 clips here in the front. I heard that, yep, they're on there good. So you right there in the front, you see the 2 clips. Then it's got a slide there in the rear, which slides in there. Then 2 clips here in the front. Then, as you can see, it's got all your parts in it. It's got a full window setup, bumper. It's got a little mini hitch. I would not, it's even got a screw ready for it. I would not be surprised if Axial, they said they're already working on modifications for this thing. I would not be surprised to see Axial come out with a 30th scale trailer, like they did 24, before these, being that it has a hitch with a screw hole in it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're working on that, because they said they have a bunch of mods and stuff and accessories coming for these little trucks. There's your chassis. So you got your headlights, your tail lights that are molded in. And I was wondering, yep, okay. I was wondering how similar this chassis is compared to the Jeep chassis if you can get the Jeep body with the light kit, which looks like you should be able to. Just 2 screws on the front, 2 screws on the rear. So, I would take a guess that yes, you can swap bodies pretty easy. And then, little pull tab here. And that is, what did they do here? Oh, I see what they did. Oh, okay, that's cool. Nobody else is talking about that. Not in any of the reviews I've seen. So you got your 160 mAh 2S 7.4 volt 30C little bit lipo. So what I haven't seen anybody talk about is there's 2 clips here. It'll focus. See them right here? You can actually put the battery wires in there to keep the battery wires down to the chassis. Your battery goes there, then your ESC is right here. Transmitter ESC is all in this slider. And a little 88 turn motor. And your servo is in there. And they definitely, that is a tiny servo. So the motor is supposed to be pretty much what comes on an SCX24. So it's supposed to be almost overpowered in this thing when they're underpowered on the 24s. The servo is supposed to be very strong. So I like the way they did the links. Even the rear links are angled for clearance. Your skid plate's angled for getting over rocks and stuff. So I will say, since they released this, I've watched so many videos on it. Axel did a great job on this. They did such a good job designing this. For a fully new chassis, everything's been redesigned. And just the way they've done everything. Because no offense to Red Cat, I love Red Cat. I have some Ascent 18s. That Ascent 32, it looks like Axial was like, hey, we're going to build a Mini, and Red Cat was like, oh man, we should do a Mini. But oh, let's do tomorrow. We got to build this real quick. It looks slapped together. Sorry, Red Cat. You guys did a great job on the Ascent 18s. On the Ascent, it's a great truck. But the 32 just doesn't look good. Just doesn't. So, but all in all, Axial did a great job on the thing. Being it's a hard body, all the scale detail, working LEDs, front and rear. I'm kind of wondering if they're planning on like another light kit, because if you look at the bumper, come on, focus. It doesn't want to focus. There we go. If you look at the bumper, it's got a little light bar spot in it, and it even comes with an extra one in this little baggie. So, if that's just, I wonder if they got maybe a lighted bumper they're going to be coming out with here at some point. Would be kind of cool. So, what I'm looking at here, so that's a door handle. So there is a part for swapping out the spare tire, which I think I might do to get the extra weight off the back. And there's some other parts I might look into. And see what we can do with this thing. And then we're going to go run this. And luckily, with the scale of this thing, it's not for a bagel. Scale of this thing, I've got a little rock pile outside that with any other crawler, even a 24, is way too small. But for this, I think this is going to work out pretty good. So, to show you guys scale, so this is my SCX24 Gladiator. Not much done to this. Wheels and tires, and that's about it. Besides chopping the rear end, but it's still, you can see the size of an SCX24. The wheelbase hasn't changed at all. That's a 30 on top of an SCX24. Like, it fits inside the wheelbase. Or the width of the wheels here, with some play. So, I mean, the wheel and tires are almost the size of a set of 24 wheels. Then to show you the SN18. First crack, cool. Fits on the roof. And find something else to test this thing with. So, by my SCX6, it can literally crawl on the tire of the SCX6. That is awesome. Let's see. Got my SCX6 base camp. The FMS 1.7 scale 4 Bronco. Jeez. It fits inside the body mount post. That is awesome. For more comparison for any of you, TRX4 H10 optic, Traxxas Rustler, or compare it to a Hot Wheel. All in all, I think this little guy is cool, and we're gonna give it a test run. I'm gonna get a battery charged up, go throw it on the rocks real quick, and because it's getting dark really fast, so do that real quick for you guys, and that'll be the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Later.